Happy New Year. Yes, I know most of us are really tired of hearing that, and I've heard a couple of people say, when exactly is the best time to stop saying Happy New Year? And if you're like me who thinks that or who believes that anytime that you wake up and you come to some form of awareness of who you are, what you're supposed to be doing, when you come to that awareness, when you wake up, that is your new year. Welcome. If I would tell you Happy New Year even if it's on the 31st of December, and that's me just being facetious. However, it's the calendar year. That's what the world runs by, and it's 16 days into it. I am super pumped. This last 16 days, though, has been such a roller coaster for me. The last 1 month, to be fair, has been a roller coaster, and I'm grateful that I'm still here. It was my birthday last week, and the ton of messages that I got, grateful. But I was in a place also where I thought I should be doing better, I could be doing better, and I was so bogged down because leading into the new year, I was so ill I couldn't do certain things that I believed I could have done. So, um, this note I'm sending to you today is to officially tell you that Oluwatumise Oladapo Koko will be taking time off from Mindfully Tumishi. Of course, the show, what I'm going to be doing in the time is just for 2 weeks, so which means just basically means that there will be no new conversations, no new updates, no new published works in the next 2 weeks. One, because I need to take a rest. Two, because we need to curate more conversations, because this calendar year, um, we will be having crucial conversations. Like I said at the beginning, for those who started this journey with me, we'll be bringing conversations, bringing experts to the table, thought leaders, and I am committed to that. And then Black Images Media Concepts, that brings Mindfully what Tumishe to you, also has a lot of things that we have planned. And of course, I just need to take a step back and listen to my own advice at living mindfully, and take some step back. Nothing is going to happen to me, nothing is going to happen to you, nothing's going to happen to Mindfully with Tumishe while I'm away. But I need to take that step back. And if you are one of those people who couldn't sit down to write the goals for the year last year, maybe in November, October, or December, or life just happened and there was just this curveball, and all that you want to do right now is just to take your time. So you can join me also and just take a step back and do a bit of reflection. The euphoria of the New Year greetings is definitely wearing off, and at this point, you're beginning to, just like I say, for if you are a fitness person, they say the first week of the year, people are everywhere in the gyms and trying to run, trying to get a better life, and by the second week, it just begins to wane out. And that's why people are now beginning to have issues with the what we call the New Year resolutions. So the questions are there for you to answer. You can take a step back. There's nothing wrong with you writing your goals now if you're not reaching them, if you indeed need to write anyone. It's now that that life and circumstances and situations is giving you time to reflect and then pick up yourself and begin to shape how you're going to navigate this calendar year. By all means, do you. So for me, it's 50-50. I start writing my goals anyways from September, and but this last year was just a very interesting one because of the health issue that I was hit with. Nothing serious, I just was down, and now I'm about to just take a step back, take my own advice, slow it down, live mindfully, get myself to that mental space that I need to support myself through 2024. So, are you going to support yourself through 2024? What's going to be happening in the 2 weeks I'll be gone is I'll be sharing stories from the episodes that we have, the ones that resonated, and I must, thank Hanamel, who was on the show last week. I must thank Show Ambassador Femi. I must thank Femi Jubal, that is. I must thank Emmanuel, Bright, Effiong, and all these men who have brought themselves to a season where we talked about masculinity. They brought themselves all the vulnerability, all the strengths that come with vulnerability. They brought it and just left it on the table. I'm so grateful. So during this my break, yeah, I'll be sharing some of the stories. So if you missed them the first time, you can definitely catch up again. So after this break, definitely we'll be bringing more conversations. We're getting experts to the table, thought leaders, and a big question that is brewing in my mind, and let me just put it out there, and that is generational shaming. Yeah, it's not what you think. It's not what you think, but generational shaming. We will unpack that in the next season. You'll hear more from Ola and I, and definitely we'll be back. So what can you do for me during this break? You can send me a message. You can interact with me on all of my socials. That's BHM Coaching on Instagram and on Facebook, or my personal page, Tunmise Kuku, on Facebook, on LinkedIn too, or better still, send an email to blackhemators@gmail.com. That is BLACKHEMAGES@gmail.com, or go to the website. Better still, check the show notes and you will find all those details there. Go to the website, send a mail. And what am I asking for? What you want me to do better? How can we serve you better from the Black Images Studios? How can we serve you better? What conversations do you want? Whose conversation do you think is worthy of being on this table? Send them to us. And if you have a story to share, just send me that email on blackimages@gmail.com, or just go to the website. All right. So I don't know if this monologue or this personal conversation I have will be complete without me sharing something with you. So the 14th of January, 2016, was when Professor Severus Snape died. All right, if you're not a Harry Potter fan, it was actually Alan Rickman who died on the 14th of January 2016, or was it 13th of January? And if you're a Harry Potter fan, you would know that Professor Severus Snape was one of the most beautifully deceptive characters ever written, of course, by J.K. Rowling. I will try not to go into all of that, but he loved Lily Potter so much. Lily Potter was Harry Potter's mom, who Severus was in love with as when they were in school and all that, and he kept her patronus. If you're not an Harry Potter fan, I'm so sorry. But this character who seemingly hated Harry Potter was actually protecting Harry and put himself in harm's way with he who must not be named, and that's Voldemort. Sometimes this is the story, this is the lesson from that story. Sometimes when you look at all the bad that has brought you to where you are now, you will find that in it they were all good, there was some protection, life was giving you some form of buffer. If we can only see and move past the pain that blinds us momentarily, I'm guilty, but when this pain blinds us, if you can just take a step back and ask, it's not the easiest thing to do, but I believe that if we can take a step back and truly somebody that is hurting us, and how we say the haters that are hating and all of that, remember that you can also hurt someone. So I want to invite you to embrace the good and the bad, to embrace the negative and the positive, because in the negative there's positive, in the positive there's negative. And that's why Black Images, you will see that our logo is two-faced. Apologies to that, to that allusion. As the yin yang, the good complements the bad complements the good. With that, Yoruba people will say tibi tire ladaye, they work together, the good and the bad. So do we take out the good and not understand the bad, or do we take out the bad and not understand the good? Of course, I'm not encouraging you or inviting you to sit with negative thoughts and all that, but I'm inviting you to come to a place of awareness, to come to a place that there cannot be progress if there is no friction. All right. And if you just refrain this perceived negativity that comes your way, you refrain them and take power from them, and then just give it positive power, your own positive spin, your own definition, you just might be able to find a lesson to move on to the next level. Remember my favorite quote, which is mine, is life is lived into transitions. What I don't say every time I say that is if you slow down enough at the bend. All right, so many things coming your way in this new calendar year from Black Images and of course Mindfully with Tunmise. After the break, I will be breaking that down with you or for you. So again, send a mail to blackimages@gmail.com, or just go to the website, and better still, check the show notes, and definitely you'll find how to connect with me. You could also do me a great favor by purchasing a copy of my book, Living Mindfully, A Journey to Being. It's a mini memoir that in where I curated the process I used to navigate this increasing noisy world as a person living with bipolar affective disorder. So do me that favor and let's see how we can make the best out of the year 2024, the calendar year 2024. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all that. To everyone who's listened, to everyone who's bought the book, to the feedback that's come from the book, the reviews that come from the book, to the friends that have made through this journey since August. All right, one of starting in August was even the most random thing that I did last year. The first random thing I did last year was to actually have a book launch, an event. I didn't want to do that, so that was it was extremely random. The second random thing was me starting Mindfully with Tunmise. We'll talk about that sometimes. So, I hope I haven't bored you so much. I have to go now. See y'all in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. In the meantime, just enjoy every conversation. Well, I will repost some that has come from this table from the studios. Enjoy these conversations. If I were, I can't even say this is one you should start with, but there's a plethora of a wide range of conversation, about 27 episodes. So yes, you should find one that would resonate with you, from grief to belonging um to trauma to self-awareness. Uh it is a wide range of relationships. Okay, and we're not just talking about romantic relationships now, but we're talking about your relationship with yourself and the people around you, your ecosystem. Everything you will find on Mindfully with Tunmise. Like I said, I'll be sharing links all through around my social or root around my socials. So Tunmise Kuku everywhere, Tunmise Okuku on Twitter, Tunmise Okuku on Instagram, BHM Coaching, and Huluatumshara Kuku on LinkedIn. Love yourself, love your neighbor, love your country. Above all of this, love God. He is the essence of your being. Catch up on all the episodes. Pick a copy of Living Mindfully, A Journey to Being, and see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for staying true to yourself. Stay curious, stay authentic, be good to yourself.